Hey, I'm Grant with Grant's Game Rex. Today I'm talking about a brand new game on Kickstarter, The Fog. And this is like an evil fog. This fog kills people. It's not a normal fog where you're just like, oh no, it's reduced visibility. No, you are desperately trying to escape this fog, not just slow down 5 miles per hour. Each player controls a nation of villagers, and you are trying to get your villagers off of the beach and onto boats to escape the advancing fog. And the fog advances every single turn, so there's some tough decisions in this game. You might lose some villagers, you know? You'll be like, well, I really like Jerry from accounting, but he can't get over that piece of driftwood, and I can't help him anymore. So, bye-bye, Jerry. Enjoy your life in the fog. In the fog, you'll be trying to move villagers from the beach into these rescue boats. You start the game by drafting villagers onto your team, and you do that by adding these bases to a character. So now that guy is on the yellow team. On your turn, you have 7 movement points to use, and you can use these by moving anybody on your team. You'll notice there is a bunch of different movement types. For instance, you can push people, you can squeeze through stuff, you can swap places. Each of these movement types requires a certain amount of movement points. But you'll also notice that each character has a symbol at the bottom of them. This is their special ability. They can do that one movement type for cheaper. So you want to try to use that to your advantage and move people for less movement points. After everybody has had a turn, the fog will advance and swallow people up. At the end of the game, you're going to score points in a bunch of different ways. If you get the right colored person into the right colored boat, that will score you points. If you get people into boats first, that will score you these bonus tokens. If you get people into certain regions of the boat, those are worth points. And if you lose people to the fog, those are going to cost you points. There are 3 things I really like about this game. 1, drafting at the start of the game. When you draft your villagers, it makes this game feel different than other movement games that I've played. And, right out of the gate, it is full of tough decisions because how are you going to draft? How are you going to set up your team? Do you want to draft people based on their proximity to boats? Or each character comes with a special ability. Do you want to draft people based on their special ability? What are you going to do? How are you going to play? 2, I really like the replayability of this game. Because the board changes every single time, the way the villagers get put out changes, the way the obstacles get put out changes, it's always going to be a different puzzle to solve. And 3, there are a ton of different ways to score in this game, but it feels very balanced. I played the other night, and one of my buddies went very heavy on trying to get people into boats first and get those bonus tiles for getting first people into boats. Whereas I really focused on trying to get people from the right nation into the right colored boat and score points that way. And we had very different strategies, and yet at the end of the game, there was a 4-point difference in who won. So there's a lot of different ways to try to score points, but it all feels like it evens out in the end, and that's pretty cool too. As I mentioned, this is on Kickstarter right now, so if you want to escape the fog, check it out.